The U.S. economy is no longer driven by saving and investment as it was in the past. Today, it's driven by credit creation and consumption. Capitalism has evolved into creditism, an economic system dependent on ever-expanding credit. Since credit is the driving force behind economic growth, understanding the credit structure of the United States helps explain how that growth is financed. Monitoring what types of credit instruments are being issued and who is buying them provides insights into future economic trends, asset prices, and financial stability. A slowdown in credit growth often signals a coming recession. A surge in credit growth may trigger asset price bubbles. Understanding the credit structure is key to recognizing these turning points. Policymakers, investors, and businesses all make critical decisions based on credit market dynamics. This structure shapes everything from Fed policy to financial market performance. Therefore, the MacroWatch community needs to understand it. This video is the 10th installment in the Creditism 101 series. It explores the credit structure of the United States by 1. Identifying the major types of credit instruments available to investors, and 2. Analyzing the composition of the nation's creditors, who they are, and the roles they play. All the data in this presentation is from the Fed's Z1 report, the financial accounts of the United States. I frequently write that total debt is equal to total credit, and that debt and credit are two sides of the same coin. While that's true, the data the Fed provides for total debt and total credit in its Z1 report are not exactly the same, because the Fed marks to market the credit side of the equation while making no equivalent adjustment to the debt side. For example, the Z1 report shows total debt amounted to $102.2 trillion at the end of 2024, but it reported that total credit amounted to $98.3 trillion, $3.9 trillion less than total debt. This chart shows both total debt and total credit back to 1951. While the gap isn't enormous, it's still significant. It's also interesting to note that sometimes total debt is larger than total credit, while at other times total credit is larger than total debt. This table shows the credit market instruments, the CMIs, that are available for creditors to buy. There are only 9 types of credit market instruments, classified as either debt securities, 5 types, or loans, 4 types. So lenders extend credit by acquiring one or more of these 9 types of credit market instruments. Debt securities include open market paper, treasury securities, government agency securities, municipal securities, and corporate and foreign bonds. Loans include depository institution loans, not elsewhere classified, other loans and advances, total mortgages, and consumer credit. Together, these all add up to $102.2 trillion, which is equal to total debt. At the end of 2024, debt securities accounted for 59% of all CMIs, while loans made up 41%. But debt securities haven't always made up the largest share. In the mid-1970s, loans made up a much larger share of the total than debt securities did. This chart shows the breakdown of debt securities. Treasury securities are the largest, at $28 trillion. And notice how these have surged since 2007. Next, corporate and foreign bonds, $16 trillion. Government agency securities, $12 trillion. Municipal securities, $4 trillion. And open market paper, $1 trillion.